Between these 12 Etsy shops, on average, they make $689 per month, making and selling bookmarks. There are a couple of outliers. There's a shop that brings in an astounding $2,322 and another shop that brings in over $1,500 per month. There are a couple of shops that are on the lower end of the revenue side, bringing in over $50 a month. But by the look of it, they are fairly new listings. Now, that doesn't mean that you can just download or design your very own bookmarks, make a bunch of these, and expect to earn $1,000 a month extra. What it does give us, though, is an idea that there are people out here that are making significant amounts of money from a simple product. Are you already making bookmarks? I personally haven't, even though my wife is addicted to reading books. We literally have a bookshelf that spans the whole wall in our living room. It never occurred to me that people could make this amount of money from book accessories. At the end of the day, I'm just an analytical person. I like using tools like Allura and Everbee, even Google Trends. I don't like to just chuck out a load of products and see what sticks. The only thing that you can do is take on as much information as possible and test these things in your local area, whether you sell online, whether you sell at craft fairs. If you only have one outlet, so say you do a craft fair once a month, once a year even, everybody's different. Some people have social media outlets, know how to play the marketing game, and some people don't. So obviously figures are going to vary from person to person. But like I say, if I find something that is interesting to me, I like to share it with people, and here we are. So if you're new here, welcome to MBWK. If you're a return viewer, welcome back. For those of you that are interested in the digital downloads, I'll leave a link in the description to my Etsy store. That way you can follow the shop and you can keep up to date with new releases that I do. But for now, I'm just going to go over to Lightburn and show you how to make your very own 3 or 4 different style bookmarks. So just a quick overview, I'll be taking a look at these 4 primarily because they're extremely simple. We have a rectangular square top to put a bit of ribbon or cord through. We have just a flat top with a design cut out of it. Then we have the rounded top with the design cut out, and finally we have the straight top with the curved bottom. This is just to give you an idea of how to create your own simple bookmarks. You can play about with different designs and bits and pieces in the future. Just to let you know, my old Autor LaserMaster 2 Pro, it's a 10 watt laser. These cut these out in about 10 minutes, so it takes no time at all. If it was to engrave it, I haven't tried one, but it'll probably take a bit longer. That's why I like cutting them out first. I'm also going to be taking a look at getting hold of some leather because I've never worked with leather before, but I know that leather bookmarks sell extremely well. Also Perspex ones. If you own a Cricut or some sort of vinyl cutting machine, I know they sell very well as well. So getting into the design side of things, first of all, we're going to start off with this standard rectangle. So what we want to do is first of all go across to the rectangle tool on the left hand toolbar, and we're just going to drag out a rectangle. It doesn't matter what size it is to begin with. The width for mine I did 45 millimeters, and for the height I've done 160. I like to have my outside layer selected to red, and I like to keep my internal layers on a separate color, just because I can set the machine to cut whichever layer I want to cut or engrave first. If you come across to the Cuts and Layers tab on the right hand window, if you select one of these and use the up and down arrows on the right side, you can change which way your laser cuts or engraves. From there, what we're going to do is go across to the Offset Shapes tool in the toolbar on the left hand side. If we select that, make sure that the direction is set to inwards, and make sure that the offset distance is, I use 6mm, but you can use whatever offset you want. This just gives us a border on the inside and gives us a bit of meat on the outside, just to make sure that it's a bit more sturdy, because people will be handling these. From there, we're going to take the radius tool. I made my radius 5mm. What we're going to do is go across to each corner and select each corner just to take those sharp edges off. on the outside. From there, what we're going to do is go to the circle or ellipse tool, hold Control and Shift and drag a circle out. Just click this padlock if it's unlocked, make sure it's locked. That way it keeps the aspect ratio the same, and I'm going to make a 6mm hole. I'm just going to click and drag that to the center of the inside rectangle. Just going to change that to a green layer as well, and also the internal rectangle. And then we're going to go to the select tool, select that inside rectangle. Just going to hold Control and drag down from the top. That way it drags up the same from the bottom as well. Where it says height, just going to make this a round number, so make sure that the aspect ratio is unlocked. And I'm just going to make that 1:5. Press enter. Then we're going to select the internal rectangle and go to the radius tool and just round over those corners as well. You don't have to do this, but it's something that I like to do. The reason why I like to drag this down from the top and keep it up from the bottom, that means if you do want to be able to personalize this for any reason, you can put initials in on the bottom, so you can engrave that on just to add that personal touch. So this first one is done for now. Like I said, it's very, very simple. It would actually make a very, very good beginner project. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to take this corner design, and that's simply making this radius a lot larger on the left-hand side. So again, just draw out a 160 by 45mm rectangle. That's going to be an outside layer, so just select red. From there, we're just going to select the radius tool again, and we're just going to select 3 of the 4 corners, leaving the bottom left out. Because it's 45mm wide and our radius is set at 5mm at the moment on this right hand corner, we can just type in 35 or 45, whatever you think looks better. Just click on the side there, and that looks pretty good. So I've done a 35mm, so there's a 5mm straight and then a 5mm curve with a 35mm large radius on that side. Then we're going to go across to the select tool, and then we're going to select offset shapes. And as you can see, it's brought this corner in as well. And select OK. That was still set to 6. From there, what we're going to do is go ahead and create another 6mm circle. So hold Control and Shift and drag a circle out. Make sure that the padlock is closed and type in 6. I'm going to make that a green layer, same as this. And again, just going to bring this up to the top, making sure that the crosshair is active and making sure that it snaps to the inside of that offset shape. And then we're just going to bring the top down of this internal shape. We're not going to hold Control this time. We want this border the same on the bottom. So we're at 135 point something again. What we want to do is just select this bottom middle on this box of 9 circles, and then we're just going to make this 135 so it's a nice round figure. And when you press enter, you'll see that this top line moves down. It doesn't move to the center because we want to keep this border the same on the outside. And there we have our second shape sorted. For this one, with the rounded top, we're just going to make a duplicate copy. So if you hold Control and press D, bring that to one side. And we're actually going to do that again because the square top one is going to be exactly the same. So again, hold Control and press D, make another copy. Just going to leave that to one side for a second. And we're going to go to the ellipse tool and hold Control and Shift and drag out a circle. I'm just going to make that a 20mm circle. We're going to come down so it's center to the center of the top of the rectangle on top. And then from there, we're just going to select both of those two components together and select the weld tool from the left hand toolbar. And as you can see, that's made these two shapes one. And then we're just going to bring that circle up so it looks somewhere center to the top of that rectangle. So these holes are just put there just to put through some. I didn't actually have any ribbon or string. I actually made a paracord tassel with a monkey's fist knot at the top, and it's just threaded through that loop with a cow's hitch. So that's all that hole is there for, just to put a tassel on. So that's our third one sorted as well. No, it's not, sorry. I forgot to put the radiuses on the inside of this left-hand corner one. So if we just select the inside shape of that and then go to the radius tool, and I'm just going to put the 5mm on the top two corners. You won't be able to do it on the bottom here. As you can see, there's a red line going through the crosshair. That's because there's not enough space to put a 5mm radius on between this node and this node. So we're just going to bring that down to 3mm and put a radius on that corner. So now we have 3 of those finished. For the square, it's going to be exactly the same principle as the round over on the top. All we're going to do is take a rectangle and make it 20mm. So just draw out a rectangle and make it 20mm wide. And then we're just going to drag and drop that so it's on the center of our square and center to the top of the rectangle. And then we're just going to select both of those together, the outside and the square, and then we're going to go to the weld tool. That gives us our box on the top. Then we're going to come down to the radius tool, and we're just going to take off those corners. So I'm going to go to 5mm again, and that way we get rid of those sharp edges. For this square one, I put in a rectangle, so we can do it 12 by 6. Not 65, 6. Make sure that the aspect ratio is unlocked, so make sure that the padlock is unlocked first. Because this box is 6mm wide, we can make this radius 3mm, and we can make an oval shape out of it. Again, just to knock those corners off. And then we can just line this up to center and make it look somewhat right. If you really wanted to, you can take a radius to the internal corners of these as well. Just again, knock those hard edges off. Then all we need to do is just get rid of those. Then all we need to do is just get rid of that extra hole that's no longer needed. And there we have our 4 basic designs. So to create a pattern inside these, you can import whatever design you want. This is a selection of my Kumiko patterns that are available on my Etsy store, and all you need to do is simply get your design, make it as thick or thin as you like. So we've got a 2mm thick pattern there. Then all we're going to do is make a duplicate copy of that internal rectangle, place it over the center of your desired pattern. So just make your pattern look however you want it. If you're using my Kumiko patterns, what I like to do is draw a cross across the center of a pattern, and then simply place the center of that internal rectangle over the top of the pattern. Get rid of those lines. Select both of those layers together, and then click the bottom boolean tool to then cut your shape out. Just make sure it cuts the right way, because these lines can be taken out a different way. So if you went the one above that, then it will cut out all of this design, and you'll just be left with this hole. So just be careful, make sure that the cut direction is the right way. And then all we're going to do is drag that over to the center of your bookmark and delete the other line that goes all the way around. And there you have your first bookmark. We'll just do this to the rest of the panels. Let's go for this Asa Know-How one. Again, bring it down to whatever size you want. Select your panel, hold Control and press D to make a duplicate copy. Bring it to the center of your pattern, select both of your layers, and then go to the bottom boolean tool to cut your shape out. Then drag and drop it into your bookmark. And then I'll just do another couple very quickly. Bring that one over, drag that down. Which one should we do this time? This one. Make them the size that you want. Select your panel, hold Control, press D. Bring that to your desired location on your pattern. And again, you don't need to use my patterns. You can create your own designs. I like using Canva. Again, once your pattern's cut out, just place it into the center of your bookmark and the internal one, and then get rid of that internal line. And the last but not least, we'll do this one. Drag that down, go to center, select both layers, go to the bottom boolean tool, make sure that it's cutting the right way, and then just bring that up. I didn't make a duplicate, but remember to do that. And then set it to the center of your panel. And there you have 4 simple bookmarks. They're very simple to do, and there's space to personalize them if you want to. So like I said, go use Canva, do some different designs. You can visit the Etsy shop and find some Kumiko patterns, different patterns that other people sell, and you can bring those designs into Lightburn and make some really fantastic patterns. So I hope you liked the video. If you found it useful, please hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't done so already. If you do head over to the Etsy shop, just give it a follow. It's brand new at the moment. If you do purchase something, leave it a review. That will really help me out. So thank you so much for stopping by, and I shall see you next week. So next week the votes are in. The second Kumiko pattern design tutorial will be out next weekend. So if you're interested in that, subscribe to the channel and click that notification bell. That way you'll be notified when I upload that video next. And if you're wanting to see any more videos on products that potentially do quite well, leave a comment in the description box below. Like I said before, it's not guaranteed to make you a load of money. I'm just a person that likes taking a look at analytics and sharing my findings. So let me know how you get on. Let me know if you already design your own bookmarks, if you already sell them, how well do you do at craft fairs, or if you sell them on Facebook or Etsy. I've got a load of designs coming in the future specific to different genres and bits and pieces, so I may do another bookmark video in the future as well. And I shall keep you updated on whether or not it's a good seller or a bust for me. So again, thank you very much for popping by, and I shall hopefully see you in next week's video when I show you how to design the second Kumiko pattern. So thank you very much.